So hello everyone, in today's video we're going to talk about everything about Microsoft Engage 2021 internship. तो यार काफ़ी सारे लोगों को डाउट होता है कि Microsoft Engage internship में क्या होता है और यहाँ पर मेंटरशिप प्रोवाइड की जाती है या फिर ये एक तरीके की इंटर्नशिप होती है, क्या इसके बाद हमें पीपीओ मिलता है या फिर और भी बहुत सारे डाउट्स होते हैं कि यार रेज्यूमे में हमारे क्या ऐसा होना चाहिए कि हम सिलेक्ट हो जाएं, क्या इसके बाद टेस्ट लिंक आता है नहीं आता। तो यार आज सारे जो भी आपके डाउट्स है वो क्लियर करने के लिए वी हैव अक्षिता विद अस हु हैज रिसेंटली क्लियर्ड द माइक्रोसॉफ्ट एंगेज इंटर्नशिप 2021. So hello Akshita, please introduce yourself, your college background, your coding background.
Hi Vasu, my name is Akshita and I'm currently pursuing Electronics and Communication Engineering in my third year in Indira Gandhi Delhi Technical University for Women. And about my background in coding, I think I've been doing coding since my first semester, and then in the end of first semester I started doing web development, and in my second year I started open source contribution. So that's it.
तो आई होप यार यहाँ पर आपको उनके बैकग्राउंड के बारे में पता लग गया होगा. सो माई नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन टू यू अक्षिता इज दैट हैव यू डन एनी इंटर्नशिप बिफोर दिस इंटर्नशिप and can you tell the importance of internship in college life?
Yes, I did an internship in my first year, but since it was first year, so I did not have so much of experience. It was basically a training kind of internship. So they trained me in web development. And in my second year, that was kind of actual internship which I did. It was in a startup, which is a Tech Mihir Nayak company. You can check it on the Google. So it is basically a courier provider and ISP provider company. And there I made a complete MERN stack app that you can see on its website. And yeah, internship is very important in college life because it gives you in your college you just prepare for data structure generally. That is the normal tendency to do, and there are few people who also do development. In my college there are many people who do development, but still if you're not doing it and when you're actually going into a company and then you are trying to work there, it's all web development and some kind of development stuff. So if you have done an internship, you'll get an upper hand experience on these things, so it's really important.
सो आई होप यार यहाँ पर आपको पता लग गया होगा. इसमें मैं आपसे एक और क्वेश्चन ऐड करूँगा कि आपको ये सारी जो इंटर्नशिप्स है आपने उनके लिए कैसे अप्लाई करा, ताकि यार जो भी कॉलेज में स्टूडेंट पढ़ रहा है, चाहे वो बीएससी का हो, चाहे वो एमसीए का हो, चाहे वो बीटेक का हो, वो भी यार कैसे अप्लाई कर सकता है इन इंटर्नशिप्स के लिए, उससे भी पता लगे.
Yeah, so in my first year, that internship that I applied for is basically, that was a training kind, so you can find it on Internshala everywhere. That was a normal one. But the second one which I got was the startup internship. There I applied it on Dare to Compete site. You can search it, and I gave an interview for that and I got selected.
तो आई होप यार यहाँ पर आपको पता लग गया होगा इंटर्नशिप की इंपॉर्टेंस और कैसे इन्होंने अप्लाई करा डिफरेंट इंटर्नशिप्स के लिए. सो माई नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन टू यू इज दैट कि यार आपको यहाँ पर माइक्रोसॉफ्ट एंगेज 2021 की अपॉर्चुनिटी कैसे मिली, एक बार सबको बता दो. एंड जो भी यार ऐसे कॉलेज हैं जहाँ पर यार माइक्रोसॉफ्ट नहीं आती, तो वो कैसे अप्लाई कर सकते हैं, एक बारी उसका भी आइडिया दे दो.
Yeah, so in my case I got it from my college only. The TNP of my college is very conscious about these things, so I got the mail and I applied it. But if your college is not so much into it, then you can simply keep an eye on the Microsoft careers page, and you can select some filters also. They will notify you whenever something that is suitable for you, some kind of opportunity comes, they'll notify you.
तो आई होप यार यहाँ पर आपको पता लग गया होगा. सो माई नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन टू यू इज दैट कि व्हाट इज माइक्रोसॉफ्ट एंगेज प्रोग्राम, क्योंकि सबको यार पता है कि माइक्रोसॉफ्ट में हम एसडी लग सकते हैं, इंटर्नशिप मिल सकती है, लेकिन एंगेज क्या प्रोग्राम है एग्जैक्टली हमें नहीं पता. एंड हु ऑल कैन पार्टिसिपेट इन इट, क्या इसमें यार कोई एलिजिबिलिटी बैरियर है कि हमारी CGPA या फिर हमारी डिग्री ये होनी चाहिए, एंड इसकी स्टाइपेंड क्या है?
Okay, so Microsoft Engage basically it started with, first you have to submit your resume. So if your resume gets selected, then you will get a test email, the link of the test on your email itself. And there is an eligibility of CGPA while applying, while uploading your resume itself. That is, I guess, 7 or maybe 7.5. I'm not very sure about it. So something of the range of 7. So after you get the test link, You give the test. The test is basically data structures and algorithm. It's a full-fledged test. They will ask you some MCQs and some short answer, some long answer as well, like basically analysis of the question that you have to do. So that kind of test, and in a week or so you will get a reply that you have been qualified for first level. And then starts the program, the basic Engage program, which is a 30 days program, and they give you a project to do within the 30 days span. And they will also mention the basic criteria, like they will mention the mandatory feature that you have to build in your project. So for us, since my project was to build a Teams clone, Microsoft Teams clone, and my mandatory criteria was that at least 2 people should be able to talk. And then just 7 days or 10 days before the program ends, they will also they will announce a feature that you have to incorporate into your project. In that time frame only, like 7 to 10 days ka time frame, you have to incorporate that. And that was for us, it was that the people should be able to chat, and the chat should remain alive after the meeting ends and before the meeting starts also. Not in the case like Zoom, it just is there while you are meeting. It should be before also and after also. So that is for the extra. If you want to get bonus marks, then you have to incorporate this feature. And the mandatory one, if you do not complete your mandatory feature also, then your project submission will not be considered eligible. So it's not a tough thing to do. It might seem like it's very tough, but the people who are selected, they're divided into certain groups. In my case, we were divided into a group of 7. They will allot you 2 mentors, and these mentors are from Microsoft only. They are software engineers at Microsoft. They will guide you and they'll provide you full-fledged support. Even if you don't know anything related to web development, they'll guide you completely. So it's like they will motivate you towards doing that. And not only this, but also since the Engage program was backed up by Ace Hacker team, we had seminars and sessions every week, and there we were told about the Microsoft work culture and sessions with HR and everything. So you'll have a complete idea about how Microsoft actually works. It is a complete program which will guide you, which will give you an upper hand experience of your corporate world that you're going to get through this internship and everything. Yeah, so the program is not stipend, but when you get the internship, it is obviously stipend. In our case, it is 80,000.
तो आई होप यार यहाँ पर आपको इस अमेजिंग माइक्रोसॉफ्ट एंगेज प्रोग्राम के बारे में आइडिया लग गया होगा. सो माय नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन टू यू इज दैट कि आपने इससे पहले अपने रिज्यूमे में क्या प्रोजेक्ट्स ऐड किए थे, एंड एनी आइडियाज ऑन प्रोजेक्ट्स विच इज वेरी यूजफुल फॉर द प्लेसमेंट्स.
Okay, so since I started web development in the end of the first year itself, so I had an abundance amount of time to make a number of projects. So I made many projects, including the Visual Studio Code clone, Excel clone, real-time whiteboard, and then when I learned React, I made some React shopping apps. Then recently I made a COVID tracker, but these websites, they are like for me only. It's on my GitHub and just personal kind of, you can say, personal projects. But if you are into college societies, then it will be really great for you, because I was in my college society and I made a Unity game. And it was given to 200 people across to play, and I got the reviews. So that was a kind of project which everybody kind of used it, and then that is a kind of a real-time experience that's actually going to happen with your project. So I would suggest that take part in your tech societies, be a member of it, and then make projects, because then your projects will be used by a number of people. And then if you mention that in your resume, that I made this app and this was played by so many people, or this was used by so many people, that gives a better like idea about your project.
So I hope यार आपको आपकी कॉलेज लाइफ में और अपने पर्सनल प्रोजेक्ट्स के लिए कैसे प्रोजेक्ट्स बनाने चाहिए, आपको इसका पूरा आइडिया लग गया होगा. सो माय नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन टू यू अक्षिता इज दैट कि यू आर फ्रॉम अ नॉन CS बैकग्राउंड एंड यू आर फ्रॉम इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स बैकग्राउंड, सो हाउ यू डेवलप्ड interest in coding, and any suggestion for students who directly come from non-CS to coding background, तो उनको कैसे start करना चाहिए?
Okay, so I think if you're in other branches like mechanical and stuff, their company puts a barrier, like you cannot apply if you're from these branches. So for that you can't help it. But in case of EC, this is not the case. Most of the majority of the companies allow EC. So, and about my interest in coding, in 11th and 12th I had coding, but I was too much oriented towards PCM that time. So that time I did not put so much effort in coding, but I don't know, some kind of interest came across in my first semester itself and I started coding. But being a non-EC student, non-CSE student, the only problem that you will face is, because in my data structure everybody does, because that is a tendency that you are in college, you are trying for these companies, FANG and everything, so you have to do data structure. But being an EC student, you are also going to be asked in your interviews about DBMS and operating system, computer networks, all the CSE subjects. So you do not have to forget that. Basically you have to prepare it as like you have to balance EC also and you have to balance CSE also all together. You cannot miss operating system and DBMS and these subjects. You have to study them also. So that is some time management you need to do.
So I hope यार यहाँ पर आपको पता लग गया हो कि अगर आप नॉन CS या फिर नॉन कोडिंग बैकग्राउंड से हो तो हाउ कैन यू स्टार्ट विद डेवलपमेंट एंड अदर स्टफ. So my next question to you is that are there any other programs of Microsoft for college students? And many students which apply off campus in Microsoft do not even get a test link. So any idea on that also?
About the program, I'm not sure that those programs provide internship in the end like Engage does. I think Engage is the only program that provides internship in the end. But other programs, if you generally want to know, then there is campus ambassador thing also. You'll get swags and goodies after that. And then they also have Imagine Cup, that is for everybody. If you have certain ideas that you want to implement, you can apply for it. But other programs for internship, they're not there. And about the test links, if you don't get after applying for Engage program, I think apply it through the career page and I probably think that you will get the test link.
तो आई होप यार यहाँ पर आपके जो भी डाउट्स थे वो क्लियर हो गए होंगे. सो माय नेक्स्ट एडिशनल क्वेश्चन टू यू इज़ दैट कि कॉलेज में यार हम डेवलपमेंट करते हैं, DSA करते हैं और अलग अलग सोसाइटीज़ में रहते हैं, तब भी यार काफ़ी ज़्यादा काम हो जाता है और काफ़ी ज़्यादा वर्कलोड हो जाता है. सो हाउ कैन वी मैनेज टाइम विद ऑल दी स्टफ एंड वी हैव टू ऑल्सो मेक पर्सनल प्रोजेक्ट्स. सो टाइम मैनेजमेंट के ऊपर आप कुछ बताना चाहोगे?
Yeah, I think because in college the one advantage that you have is always that the syllabus is too less, and if you want to, generally people study a week before the exams. So just one thing you can keep aside, like exams ke 1 week before. This is my rule. If you cannot agree with this, I can totally understand. But generally, if you can keep aside your studies, do it 10 days or 15 days before your exams. And before that, give time to data structures. Data structure is a mandatory thing. Do it every day, like give some hour, devote it, because if you just miss it, you will just, after when you start again, you have to start from scratch. So do not be very consistent in data structure. And about the projects that you have to make, you have to take out time, like at least taking out time for one project per 6 months or something will not be tough. And even if you have 1 or 2 great projects in your resume, it will be great.
तो आई होप यार यहाँ पर आपको टाइम मैनेजमेंट और कॉलेज लाइफ कैसे यार अलग अलग तरीक़ों से मैनेज कर सकते हो आप अपने प्रोजेक्ट्स और कॉलेज की अलग अलग सोसाइटीज़ एंड इवन DSA कैसे मैनेज कर सकते हो उसका आइडिया हो गया होगा. सो माई लास्ट क्वेश्चन ऑफ दिस अमेजिंग पॉडकास्ट इज़ दैट कि व्हाट टू फोकस इन कॉलेज, DSA और डेवलपमेंट, जो भी मेरे यहाँ पर कोडर आते हैं, टॉप टेक इंडस्ट्री के जो सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपर्स आते हैं, मैं हमेशा सबसे पूछता हूँ. सो ये क्वेश्चन भी मैं इसके ऊपर आपका पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू जानना चाहूँगा.
According to me, I think DSA is not an option. That is a mandatory thing and you have to do it. Because when you're applying for any company, even it through Engage program, जहाँ पे आपको एक ऐप बनाना हो, वेबसाइट बनाने हो, उसके बाद भी you have to give the interview. Even the test process is complete data structure. So data structure, if you miss data structure, means कुछ नहीं होने वाला. You have to do data structure. It's a mandatory thing. And then in the end, when you get into the companies, the thing that you have to do will be development. So development ko, if you do not have so much time, you're balancing a lot of things, you can still keep development aside, but DSA is mandatory. I would not say that don't focus on, because I think two things should go parallelly, because do data structure, which is the basic building block of everything, and then you have to do development or something that you're interested into, like make some projects and these things, because ultimately if you are applying off campus or even in on campus, resume plays an important role. So for resume you have to make projects.
तो आई होप यार यहाँ पर आपको इनका पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू समझ आ गया होगा. मुझे काफ़ी अच्छे से समझ आ गया और अच्छा भी लगा. सर आज की इस वीडियो में इतना ही, और अगर आपको अक्षिता या फिर मुझसे कनेक्ट होना है तो हमारी लिंक्डइन आईडी डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में दे रखी। आज की वीडियो में आई होप यार आपको माइक्रोसॉफ्ट एंगेज प्रोग्राम के बारे में पूरा समझ आ गया होगा। तो आज की वीडियो में इतना ही। थैंक यू सो मच।